What do people, this puppy, and these plants all need to survive? The answer is water. All of these things need water to survive and be healthy. We all drink water a bit differently, but we all need to stay hydrated to live. Water is important to people, animals, and plants, especially the plants that are growing in our garden. Today, we will learn why it's important to make sure your garden gets plenty of water. Guys, wait, hold on a minute. Friends, let's make this video really fun. Allow me to introduce you to my friend, Sip the water drop. Let's play a game with Sip while you are watching this video. Before we start, grab a glass of water or fill your favorite reusable bottle with water. Pause the video if you need some more time to grab your water. Every time you see Sip on the screen, take a sip of water. He is a clever little water droplet, so you will need to pay close attention to find him. Keep track of how many times you see Sip and how many sips of water you are drinking. We will reveal the number of times Sip appears at the end of the video. Good luck and happy sipping! Today, we will focus on how plants get water and use it to stay healthy. Plants use water in a number of ways. Plants need water to make food from sunlight, a process called photosynthesis. Without water, plants would not be able to feed themselves. Plants also use water to move nutrients around their tissues. They are made up of a large percent of water, just like people. What does a plant look like when it doesn't have enough water? How do we know when a plant doesn't have enough water? And what would happen to plants if we never watered our gardens and it didn't rain? When a plant does not have enough water, it will start to droop, get limp, and then dry up. This is because plant cells are made mostly of water, like tiny water balloons. When they don't get enough water, the cells become like deflated balloons, and the plant becomes floppy. If a plant is without water for long enough, it will die. So how can we be sure plants in our gardens or homes are well hydrated? Did you know it is possible to water a plant too much? An easy test to determine if a plant has enough or too little water is to feel the soil. Place your finger in the soil. If the soil feels like a damp sponge, it has enough water, and you don't need to water it. If the soil feels dry and crunchy, then you will want to water the soil because the plant is thirsty. We water the soil because plants drink water through their roots. The roots of the plant are underground in the soil. So we need to make sure we are watering the soil and not the plant. By watering the soil, the roots can absorb the water from the soil surrounding them. How do trees and wild plants get enough water to grow? To understand how outdoor plants stay hydrated, we will need to learn about the water cycle. Water travels from the clouds as rain into the soil, through the plant, and into the air again. This is called the water cycle because it is a never-ending loop or cycle that continues in nature. Let's take a closer look. Clouds, condensation, precipitation, absorption, evaporation, and transpiration. Since the cycle is never ending, you can begin anywhere, but let's start with the water on the ground, such as a puddle after it rains. Have you ever noticed that puddles seem to disappear? That is because they evaporate or get absorbed into the ground. Evaporation is the process of water turning from a liquid to a gas. This process is accelerated by heat. The water that evaporates becomes water vapor suspended in the air. It is no longer a liquid, but has become a gas. The water that is absorbed by soil is then used by thirsty plants. As water moves through the plant releases water from tiny openings in their leaves. Transpiration is the process of water moving through a plant, starting by going into the roots and ending by going out the leaves. The water vapor in the air from both the evaporated puddle and through plant transpiration eventually comes together to form a cloud. Once this cloud holds all the water it can possibly hold, it begins a process called condensation. Condensation is where water vapor, which is a gas, changes into rain, which is a liquid. We call any type of weather-related water event, whether it's rain, snow, or sleet, precipitation. Puddles once again form from the rain and either evaporate or get absorbed into the ground, and the cycle begins all over again. We can use the water cycle to be good gardeners. We can prevent water from evaporating from our gardens by covering the soil around the plants with mulch. Mulch is anything that covers the surface of soil and keeps the soil underneath moist by preventing evaporation. Mulch can be tree bark, leaves, or straw. Mulch also helps to prevent weeds, like this dandelion. Weeds are an unwanted plant that usually competes for water, nutrients, and space with the plants that we are trying to grow. You now have the knowledge to keep your garden hydrated and healthy. So take a sip of water and cheers to your garden's health. Speaking of sips, how many sips did you spot during the video? Sip made an appearance 8 times. Therefore, you took 8 sips of water during the video. Did you know that we should aim to drink 8 glasses of water a day? Drinking water throughout the day can help you to stay hydrated, focused, and energized. Drink water first for thirst, and cheers to well-hydrated people and plants.